Hey, Jalen. Thanks for taking the time today. We'll get started right away here with John McMullen and then Jeff McLean.
Hey, Jalen. Good morning. Feel like I just talked to you, but a lot of the guys talked about this season, and the thing they missed the most was the camaraderie of being around their teammates in the locker room and things like that. As a rookie and a rookie quarterback at a position that demands leadership, how much more difficult did this environment make things for you?
Um, I think I can only imagine the difference between this and a regular year. I can't personally call on any past experiences of experiencing a regular NFL year. This is my first go around at this. And I think this whole entire year, from a leadership standpoint, um, from a getting to know my teammates standpoint, I've tried to maximize that the best way I could. Um, whether that be making things happen, making a way to build that bond, um, doing that in practice, in the locker room, being together all day, all those different things. Just trying to do those things, and I think I think it personally went well. Obviously, could have been way better, given the circumstances with all the different setbacks we've had with COVID.
Jeff and then Zach Berman.
Jalen, over the course of your, I guess the last 5 months when you were, in building and with Eagles coaches, who did you spend the most time with of the coaches? Like, and who coached you, the most? Who gave you the most advice? And how did you handle having, Doug, Press, Rich, and I guess Marty, all four guys giving you messages? Was it too much to process all those voices?
No, I think for me, I've always prided myself on being a coachable player, um, being able to take coaching, always open to coaching, and being coached hard. Because that only that does nothing but makes me better, and it more importantly makes the team better. And I think the coaches we've had this year have done a great job of that. And we look back and reflect on things, and we wish we could have done things different. Maybe taught it differently or done things like that, executed differently on my behalf. Um, but I have a lot of respect for all of those coaches up there, and they have a lot of great minds, and I'm thankful to have had been with them for my rookie year.
Zach and then Nick Fiero.
Hey, Jalen, I don't know how much you're into stats or numbers, but completion percentage in particular, that's 52% this year. Is that a number that you think needs to be improved? Is it a reflection of game situations? How do you look at that number in particular?
I mean, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. Simply put, I think a lot of it comes down to how we go out there execute, what we're executing, and kind of what our identity is and how we want to be as an offense. So um, that's what we're worried about moving forward, finding that identity.
Nick and then Dave Zangaro.
Yeah, hi, Jalen. You mentioned that this is being your first season. You don't know what really a normal season is like in the NFL. But what do you anticipate this offseason being like for you, providing the team has access to everyone and you can have a full slate of OTAs and mini camps.
A lot of hard work with my teammates,
Um,
grind.
what will you do personally in your downtime? I think you talked about this before, but going back home, what are you doing workouts?
Yeah, a lot of hard work with my teammates. We're gonna grind. We're gonna get ready. We're gonna attack it.
Dave and then Rob Motti.
Jalen, if you and Carson are back in training camp, would you welcome a competition to be the starting quarterback?
I'm a competitor. I control what I can, put my best foot forward in any situation I'm in. I'm going to be the best quarterback I can be. So,
Rob, and then Mike Garafolo.
Jalen, you played 4 games and appeared in several others. What are you taking out of this season into the off season? What areas of your game would you like to see improvement? What areas of your game did you feel comfortable with? And as a young player, obviously you're going to improve in a lot of areas, but what do you most want to work on in the off season?
um, I think the biggest thing is the different successes I've had in college. Having that kind of seeing it from a coach's perspective when I'm out there. Being a quarterback, you are the field general on the field. You're in complete control. You have the ball in your hands every game. And I think one thing I want to get to the point is just seeing how coach sees it, seeing the game how he sees it, getting on that same page with him, going out there and executing. Um, when you see it well, when everybody's on the same page, you go out there and play decisive. You play fast. So definitely want to get there. Like I said, create the identity for this team.
Actually, we'll go to Damo here, and then Chris Murray.
Yeah, Jalen, the one thing they say about rookie quarterbacks making the adjustment from college to this league is, that it takes a while for the game to slow down for a player. I was curious. I mean, you've had 4 games here against NFL defenses, different coverages that, you often don't see. What you see pre-snap is not usually what you end up seeing once the ball is snapped. How much different has it been? Have you found it to be from what you experienced in college?
Guess that's a perk of playing against Coach Saban every day in his defense. They showed us a lot of stuff in college, and I think those things helped me coming into the NFL level. Being able to kind of see the defense, feel the space of the defense, and go out there and play ball. But everybody's great at this level, and that's the difference. everybody's great players. Everybody's a great player. So I think moving forward, once again, it's just using those experiences from this year, learning from them, applying them, and moving forward. There's a lot that I'll learn from, and there's a lot that will allow me to grow from those experiences that I've had this year. So it'll only be better for us in the end.
Chris, and then
Jalen, a lot of people have seen you now on tape. They've seen every little tendency, every little thing that you can do. What do you have to do during this off season to kind of offset the adjustments that everybody may have made towards you going into this off season?
Can you repeat your question?
No, a lot of people have made adjustments a lot of people have now seen you on tape. How do you make the adjustments to what people have seen of you? I mean, how do you improve your own game based on other people's adjustments towards you?
Yeah, the game is everlasting, and you get different looks. They'll get different looks, and it's hard to kind of say. For me, it's hard to say that they've seen tape and tendencies when we've yet to really create the identity and what we want to be as an offense. So once we find out what we'll do, it may be different for us offensively and how we execute, what that looks like.
Martin, and then Kristen.
Hey Jalen, when you look back on these past 9 months, I mean, you were a 2nd-round pick for a team that already had an established quarterback. To get into the point where you're starting the last 4 games. I mean, what have these last 9 months been like for you, and what do you think you proved by getting the chance to play like you did?
That's a great question. Because I tell you honestly, these last 4 weeks, they've been different for me. Mentally, the grind, and I've embraced it and I've loved it. Obviously, I love winning more than anything, but you know, I I care nothing about that but winning. Um, and I've been so invested into doing that. I think everybody around here has been invested into going out there and winning ball games. And I've kind of gotten to the point where, you know, and none else matters. Nothing else matters. How can I grow into the player that I know I can be? What does that look like? Who's around me? Who's gonna help me get there? Just finding that. I think that's where my head is. Just all about growth. I'm all about growth and I'm all about learning. And I just want to just continue to grow as a player and help this team. And that's where my head has been honestly these last 4 weeks. I'm very appreciative of this opportunity, and I want to take advantage of it. Um, and I'm all about how can I help this team get to where we want to be. Um, how can I help the team? How can I become a better quarterback for this team? And I have a lot of experiences I'll learn from, and we will be better from. So,
Final one here from Kristen.
Hey, Jalen, as we evaluate those final 4 weeks, what has been the biggest challenge stepping into a starting quarterback role in the NFL? And on the other side of things, what do you think you have done most successfully as a starting quarterback in the league?
I look back on it. I think efficiency and execution is the biggest thing. I've harped on that after every game, and I think that's the most important thing right there: efficiency and execution. Going out there and doing our jobs for four quarters in the football game and being consistent in that. And I just go back to talking about that identity, um, creating that identity for who we are and what we want to be, staying true to it, going out there and attacking people, and making them stop us and fear us. So it takes time. Everybody around here is fired up and ready to work. I mean, that's all I have on my mind. I might drive myself crazy this offseason thinking about it. But, it ain't nothing that we can overcome. So we'll be better from this year. We'll be better from all these different experiences we've had. And, the sun will shine real soon.
Thanks, Jalen. Appreciate the time today.